Howdy, howdy, and welcome back to BitBurner. This is episode 2, and we're coming back. It says I've been offline for 17 hours, 24 minutes, 42 seconds. I've generated $1.873 million. My hacked nodes got me $470,000, and I've gained 0 reputation divided amongst your factions. So notice my hack skill, like I said, this is going to be keep on going to do stuff online in the background. My hack level's up to 49. My money's up to $2.513 million. These attributes are still at 1, and I'll talk a little bit later about how we can get those up. But for now, message received from unknown sender. I know you can sense it. I know you're searching for it. It's why you spend night at your computer. It's real, I've seen it, and I can help you find it. But not right now. You're not ready yet. Use this program to track your progress. The flight.exe program was added to your home computer -jump3r. This message was saved as jnot.msg on your home computer. Interesting. Oh, another message. Soon you'll be contacted by a hacking group known as CyberSec. They can help you with your search. You should join them, garner their favor, and exploit them for their augmentations, but do not trust them. They are not what they seem. No one is Jump3R. This is saved as J1. Interesting. So apparently, because I've been doing stuff in the background, because my hack level has been going up, I've been getting different levels of stuff. So if I go in LS in here, notice that I have some text messages in here. I've got this J0.message and J1.message. So let me go ahead and cat J0.msg. It should allow me to print that out. So that's what the cat does here. Normally cat would just show it in line, but this just displays it. Also notice that I've got this flight.exe and I've got this thing up here that says create program. So if I click here, it says this page displays any programs that you're able to create. Writing the code for a program takes time, which can vary based on how complex the program is. If you are working on creating a program, you can cancel at any time. Your progress will be saved and you can continue later. So I've got this autolink.exe, allows you to directly link to other servers through the scan analyze command. So let's go ahead and run that. So you're currently working on coding autolink.exe. You've been working for 5 seconds. The program is a certain percentage complete. If you cancel, your work will be saved and you can come back to complete this. And I can do something else simultaneously. So I'm going to choose this. And now if you'll notice, over here it tells me what I'm doing in the background. In other words, I'm multitasking right now. All right, so while in between episodes, what I did is I went ahead and hacked the Sigma script, and the process is very similar to what we've talked about. I connect to the server, I run my nuke.exe, and then once I've run that successfully, I can hack. One of the things we haven't talked about is the fact that these computers are now computers that I have access to. So I can actually go onto noodles.script. Connect. Ooh. We've been watching you. Your skills are very impressive, but you're wasting your talents. If you join us, you can put your skills to good use and change the world for the better. If you join us, we can unlock your full potential. But first, you must pass our test, find and install the backdoor on our server, CyberSec. Okay, so that's good. I wanted to do something first. I don't want to connect to noodles.script. I just want to connect to noodles. All right, so now I'm on Noodles. Noodles is a server. If I do analyze, I can find out about this server. This server has certain space on it. Right now, total money available is 1.473 million. Notice that my chance to hack is much higher now because I have a higher hack level. The time to hack is much lower than it used to be. But what I'm actually going to do on here is I'm going to run a script that's going to weaken all the servers that I have. So I'm going to nano weaken.script. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a script. So I'm going to do is create a, let me type in here. So I'm going to do a const server array. And it's going to be an array of servers. So I have noodles. I have, what is it, food and stuff. And then the third one is Sigma Cosmetics. And then what I'm going to do is, while true, I'm going to do the following. Server array dot for each. And what I want to do is I want to hack this. So I'm going to call a callback function on here, which is going to use the value. So I'm going to do hack value. And so what that should do is that should go through the list, not hack. I don't want to hack. This is going to be the weekend script. Weekend value. And so what this is going to do is this is going to go through, it's going to weaken noodles, weaken food and stuff, weaken Sigma Cosmetics. Weaken noodles, weaken food and stuff, weaken Sigma Cosmetics. This app does nothing but weaken the other servers. And as soon as I have more servers in my arsenal, I'll go ahead and extend this. So I'm going to just go ahead and save this. I'm going to close it. And then I'm going to run weaken.script. Oh, the keyword constant is reserved. Okay, I guess I can't use ES6 stuff, so we're going to have to do some old school JavaScript var. So we'll do it that way then. Let's see if that works. Value is not defined. This value is probably incorrect if your script is importing any functions. This is being worked on. So what am I doing wrong here? Let's go back to Nano. So I've got this array. Let me open up Chrome. And let's do some figuring out some stuff. So let's see, JavaScript for each. I thought I looked this up, and I thought it worked pretty well. So what I should be able to do is my array.forEach, I should be able to, I've got to map it this way. So I've got to do this, the element, and then fat arrow, and then what I want to do with it. So let's try that instead. All right, so what I want to do is for each, I want to say value to weaken.value. So let's try that instead. So I'm going to save it and close it and try running it again. Unexpected token, line 328. I used to be able to write code. 28. So let me do this then. Function equals. See if I can do an anonymous function in here. How do I need to do this? So I do function value and then open braces weaken value. Let's see if that works. Actually, I'm going to, all right, so we'll go ahead and save that. We'll go ahead and close this, and then we should be able to run it. Invalid hostname or IP, noodles, foodstuff, Sigma Cosmetics. Okay, so I guess my idea isn't going to work here the way that I had. Let me try something. Let me do console.log. I want to do it in here. Inside this function, I'm going to do console.log value and then weaken value, just so I know what's going on here. Console is not defined. Interesting. Okay. Well, that is not working the way that I was hoping to, so let's do this instead. Let's go back to my terminal. I'm still on noodles, and I'll just rm weaken.script, and then I will nano hack.script, or I'll just do nano weaken.script, and I will do it the old-fashioned way. Interesting, I just deleted it and somehow it's still magically here. So what I'll do is I'll just do while true, and I'll say weaken noodles, weaken food and stuff, weaken, Sigma Cosmetics. Okay, we'll do it the old-fashioned way then. So now if I try and run that script, it's going to be running in the background. If I take a look at my active scripts, I can see Noodles is running a script, and Noodles is a relatively small server, so this is actually taking up half of the RAM on that server. I can see the weekend script here, and I can see it's been running for 14 seconds. It's running in the background. It's going to be giving me some hacking information. I can actually take a look at the logs and see that it's currently running weekend on Noodles, and it should give me some information later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my terminal, and I'm going to copy this back to home. So if I do scp weekend.script home, that copies it over to my home. SCP is going to allow me to copy files between servers. So now if I do home, I do an ls, you'll notice that weekend.script is here. So now what I can do is I can take that script and I can put it on other servers. So I can do scp weekend.script to food and stuff, and I can do scp weekend.script to Sigma Cosmetics. So now I've got that server and it's on all of, I've got that script and it's now on all of the servers. Now if I connect to food and stuff, then if I do an ls, there's that weekend.script. I also see sector-12-crime.lit. That's interesting. Sector 12 crime.lit. Figures show rising crime in Sector 12. CIA director says it's too early to know whether these figures indicate the beginning of sustained increase in crime rates or whether the year was just an unfortunate outlier. Interesting. There's a lot of homicides. I really don't care about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this script that I just wrote. And I'm going to go ahead and call it, let's see, we weaken first, and then we do what? We weaken, and then we grow. So I think it's grow food and stuff. So if I type grow here, that's going to run the grow command on here. It's going to allow it to do that for. It increases the money on here, and it also increases the security, unfortunately. So if I do nano grow dot script, and I change all of these to grow, I don't want to get confused style, I want to grow. So now if I run this script on this server, this is going to grow what's on all of these. So if I do run grow.script, then it's going to continue to grow. I'm going to go back. Oh no, I can't change to the main directory. I want to go to home. And now I'm going to connect to Sigma Cosmetics. And if I do, I want to move my weekend.script to hack.script. And so now if I do nano hack.script, then I can change these from weekend to hack. And so each of these are going to hack in the background. I'll go ahead and save and close, and then I'll run hack.script. So now if I go home and I take a look at all the active scripts that I've got, notice that my home is hacking all three of these servers in that cycle, and it's taking up a lot of my RAM. Noodles is going through and weakening these, and it's taking up probably half of their RAM. Food and Stuff and Sigma Cosmetics are growing the amount of money and increasing the actually hacking, and they're not taking up nearly as much. Now, one of the things that we can do is we can run these things multi-threaded. So I'm going to go back to my terminal. I'm going to connect back to food and stuff. And what I can do is I can run grow.hack, and I can say to no such exe. Let me try just doing run. It's not grow.hack, it's grow.script. And what that does is that basically allows me to run another instance of it. So now if I do ps to see what's processing, notice that I've got two grow.scripts. And if I do analyze, not analyze, if I look at my active scripts, notice it's taking up a little bit more memory. So what I can do is I can go back to this terminal and just run this. Okay, cannot run on multiple instances, so I'll pass a 3, I'll pass a 4, I'll pass a 5, I'll pass a 6, I'll pass a 7, and I'll pass an 8. So now, if I look at my active scripts and I look at food and stuff, now I've got 8 different versions of this script running, which means there's 8 different things trying to grow what's on each of these servers. And I can do the same thing for Sigma Cosmetics, run my hack script 8 times to better utilize that so it's running this more often. You notice my hack score is going up pretty well. So I'm going to go back to my terminal and I'm going to do that real quick. So I'm going to, can't see home, I got it home. And then I'm going to connect to Sigma Cosmetics. And I'm going to run the script again. So run hack.script 2, hack.script 3, hack.script 4, hack.script 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now if I look at my active scripts, I can see that those are better utilizing their stuff. And I can actually even go to Noodles and have it run its script a little bit more as well. So I'm going to home, I'm going to connect to Noodles, and I'm going to run weekend.script 2. And of course, Noodles has less RAM, so I don't think I'm going to be able to run it an additional time. So that's part of the dilemma here. So I've got these systems that I've hacked, and not only am I getting money from them, but these systems are also helping to hack these 3 systems by weakening, by strengthening, and I have finished creating autolink.exe. The new program can be found on your home computer, and that's excellent. So let's go home. So remember, over here was telling me the progress, and this progress went up slowly, and it just finished. So if I do ls, I can see the messages that I've got. I see hacker starting handbook.lit. I see hacker starting handbook.lit. 2 of them, interesting. I see the autolink.exe and the flight.exe. So let's cat hackers starting handbook.lit. All right, some resources: learning to program for experienced JavaScript programmers and NetScript documentation. So it's interesting. So prioritize upgrading the RAM on your home computer. This will be done at Alpha Enterprisers. Keep security levels low. Security levels affect everything when hacking. NetScript functions are get security level and get security min level. So because hack and grow work by percentages, they're more effective if a server has a high amount of money. So this is interesting. Many low-level servers have free RAM. You can use this RAM to run your scripts. Interesting. And use the SCP terminal or NetScript command to copy your scripts and then run them. So it looks like I'm doing a lot of the stuff that's already in the hacker's lingo. So I've got the hacking going on. So the last thing I want to do in today's episode, 2 things I want to do. Number 1, I have the city. And I mentioned this earlier, and you'll notice that I'm apparently right here because food and stuff is really close to my network. And if I clicked on it, I've got this. And remember, it was just saying food and stuff, but now I have a backdoor here. And so that's why the website is kind of acting a little wonky. It's because I've hacked it. I can apply to be an employee. It doesn't require any real skill to be an employee, but being an employee is going to increase these aspects of myself. So if I click here, apply to be an employee, congratulations, you're now an employee. So now I'm working here when I want to work. And this window is going to be up here. So it tells me how long I'm working. I'm earning a salary, $110 per second. I'm earning reputation for this company. And if you notice over here, I'm starting to get some progress on these bars over here. So these are starting to go up. My charisma especially seems to be going up quite a bit. You'll automatically finish work after 8 hours. You can cancel earlier if you wish, but you only gain 3/4 of the reputation you've earned so far. And I'm going to do something else simultaneously. So I'm working in the background again because I can multitask. Look how well this hack is going. I've got all those programs running on my systems, and this hack level is going up really quickly. Awesome. So I'm going to go back to my terminal, and the last thing that I'm going to do is I got a couple of programs here, this autolink.exe and this flight.exe, and I'm suspect about this flight.exe. We'll take a look at that last. But I'm going to look at this autolink.exe, and I'm going to ask for help on there. Oh, I have to do run, don't I? This executable cannot be run. Autolink lets you automatically connect to other servers while using the scan analyze. When using scan analyze, click on a server's host name to connect to it. Okay, so if I do scan, that's going to give me all these servers, and I see there are servers over here that I have root access to. But if I do scan analyze, I see Noodles, and there's the 4 GB. That's why they can only run 2 instances of the program. I see Food and Stuff and Sigma Cosmetics, and they're able to run 8 instances of the hack and the grow. I see Joe's Gun, root access no, hacking skill 10, number of open ports required 0, RAM 16. So I can try and get into Joe's Guns, Home Fung Tea, Harakiri Sushi, and Iron Gym, and I can hack those. So those are things that I'm going to look into hacking offline. They require a certain hacking skill for each of these. Iron Gym seems to require a lot of skill. It requires a skill of 100, which I don't have yet. I only have a skill of 60. So that's going to take a little while. I may do that in a future episode. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on hacking these in between episode 2 and episode 3. The other thing that I wanted to do is that I've got this flight.exe. So I'm going to save, and I'm going to run flight.exe and see what happens. No such exe script.js file. Only programs that exist on your home computer or scripts on home can be run. Interesting. So apparently I've got this flight.exe and I can't run it unless it's doing something in the background. Well, it's not showing up as a process. And one of the nice things about PS is that it's going to list all of the processes, including any surreptitious ones. So it doesn't look like flight.exe is doing anything. I may have to investigate that a little bit. If you look over here at my skills, you'll see I'm just about to level up on all of my skills. This working in the background seems to be working out really well for me. So now I'm level 2 strength, defense, dexterity, agility, and level 3 charisma. So there you go. Once again, this is Mr. Potter. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.